What is up, guys? Happy Work Tough Gear Wednesday, y'all. Yeah, this is Joe Steele, JS Playcraft. As you can see, I'm not scared. And as you can see, I am broadcasting on Choir Boys Outdoors. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. My earpiece, everything's working okay. If anybody's in the room or in the chat, let me know you're here. Let me know if you're hearing me and see me okay, because I'm kind of in the middle of the woods, so I'm trying to go by the mobile data. Hopefully everything's coming in okay. But yeah, you're not seeing palm trees. Definitely no palm trees. Got a little bit of sun. Got a pretty nice day, but it's not palm trees. It's definitely dead trees. So a little different change of pace from the normal Florida weather you see Scab kind of broadcasting on. So yes, I am going on Work Tough Gear Wednesday, going live on my channel, which is JS Playcraft, on his behalf, also broadcasting on Choir Boys Outdoors. He was supposed to go in today, but he had to work. He couldn't basically go through his, he had to work through his off schedule, his time off. Is that what I'm saying right? Yeah, something like that. And that's it. Angry Jackalope, thanks for joining me, buddy. I appreciate you being here. So it is Work Tough Gear Wednesday, everybody. And listen, there's a lot to talk about Work Tough Gear Wednesday, lots to unwrap. But really, we have to talk about the origin of Work Tough Gear Wednesday. Okay? Now, why is my... Hold on a second. My screen just went dark. Hold on a second. I don't know why. There we go. So we got to talk about the origin. And it's cold out here, guys. I got the gloves. I got the hat on. It's like in the 20s here. This is what it is going live in the Northeast right now. This is what winter really does look like. It's not Florida winter. It's a Northeast winter, New York. So this is basically what it looks like. The bacala thing, whatever you want to call it, covering the face, the hat, everything is in full swing. And definitely don't see any palm trees here. But basically, Work Tough Gear Wednesday, I can't get this freaking hat right. It's driving me nuts. Work Tough Gear Wednesday was implemented and invented from one man, and that's yours truly, Mr. Joe Steele. No, I'm just kidding. Scab. Of course, Scab basically brought upon Work Tough Gear Wednesday. It was his brainstorming idea. He became pretty much their biggest ambassador of Work Tough Gear. And Work Tough Gear, listen, if you guys know the company and you guys have held their knives, you know the type of product that they have, and it's like a movement, man. They're not just knives, it's like a movement, and in a good way. I mean, in the fact of basically they're just producing something that not everybody is able to be as consistent, as tough as their knives are. We're going to cut with this thing as well. But yeah, it's something that Scab implemented to basically celebrate Work Tough Gear, especially for the fact that they're producing such good stuff that he picked a day out of the week where we're going to basically just talk about Work Tough Gear. We're going to see Work Tough Gear knives work, and we're going to celebrate the quality of their knives. And that's basically what it comes down to, The great thing about, I don't know why my screen keeps on coming out. It feels like it's almost like I'm not basically broadcasting, but it's all right. I'm here. You guys see me and hear me okay, right? Everything cool? Cat, what's up? Slingshot Warrior, thanks for joining me. He made a really good short, and the implement of the short was with Work Tough Gear as far as being a fanboy, the difference between a fanboy and a fan man, okay? Now, there is definitely a difference between the two, okay? A fanboy is somebody who is loyal to a brand, but you also is going to throw a hissy fit if somebody talks bad about the brand, or basically talks, in a negative way about the brand, okay? And basically will, troll the internet to basically look for people who do that and throw a hissy fit. And, listen, you guys know the type I'm talking about. Being a fan man means that you stand by your brand, you're loyal to your brand through thick and thin, through the good and the bad. Like he had said, basically, we push, Work Tough Gear videos out there, whether they're good or the bad. You have Joe X. Joe X, big fan of Joe X. Joe X does something that nobody does on the internet. He actually goes out, and his major goal is to destroy knives. bring them to the failure, bring them to the point of failure. And that's what he does. So basically, when he takes a Work Tough Gear knife and he does destroy it, it's done, okay, for an educational purpose. See basically how tough these things are and how much they can take. Now, being a fanboy, you would throw a hissy fit and want to get them banned from the internet and all that stuff. But when you're a fan man, you take it with the good and the bad, and you take it as an experience with the knife of what the limits of the knife can be. Every knife has a limit, guys. You can take any knife from Work Tough Gear. I mean, this is probably one of their toughest knives. I mean, they're all freaking tough. This is the Carnivore, the Gen 2 Carnivore, made from Eric Outer from Outer Limitless. I mean, I put this thing through hell. But, you know, you hand this thing to Joe X, he'll find a way to break it. Every knife has a breaking point. But that's not even the point. The point is to be a fan man, to be somebody who's going to be loyal to your brand. If you want to be loyal to Buck, if you love Buck, be loyal to Buck, okay? But if somebody basically destroys the heat treat or says something about, you know, the Boss heat treatment, okay? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You can't throw hissy fits and you can't ban people from the internet and start trolling people for that shit. You got to be a fan man. You got to stand by your brand, good and the bad. There's no perfect freaking knife out there. There's no perfect freaking knife brand. Work Tough Gear comes pretty damn close. I mean, it's as perfect as you're going to get as far as an outdoor knife, something basically you would take with you out in the wilderness or in an environment like this and have something that's going to you're going to rely on. Work Tough Gear is nothing better than it, okay? Scab is a big ambassador. He implemented and he invented Work Tough Gear Wednesday. We owed it all to him. A lot of people took it over. We're partners on Blade Talk, so I'm a big believer in Work Tough Gear. I had my fair share of the reviewing Work Tough Gear knives. I have recently just been taken in as a reviewer for Work Tough Gear. I won't call myself an ambassador. This thing keeps on going down. Sorry, guys. I keep on pressing it. I won't call myself an ambassador. I got to earn my stripes for that. But I definitely have had my fair share of Work Tough Gear knives that I have reviewed, and I've reviewed them well. And I'm glad to basically be into the review rotation to start getting knives from them. So, which is, I'm pretty stoked and excited about. So obviously I want to get more involved into Work Tough Gear Wednesday that Scab kind of brought in. So that's pretty much where we are. I'm pretty much representing Work Tough Gear Wednesday today for Scab on Scab's channel. If you guys are coming in late, guys, yes, this is Joe Steele. I am not Scab. As you can see, it's not Florida weather. There's no palm trees behind me. There's dead trees. And it is the dead of winter, northeast, not the south, okay? It's definitely a big, big difference, guys. And I'm broadcasting on Scab's channel because we all partners, after all, on Blade Talk. And I'm just going to celebrate Work Tough Gear Wednesday with you guys. We're not going to keep it long. I actually came out here for the major purpose of reviewing. So you guys saw this. This is the Carnivore Gen 2, absolutely, and this is that acid finish type of thing, like apocalyptic type of finish. Fantastic knife. I'm a sword guy, and I'm a Japanese sword guy, and I love this because this really does remind me of like a Tanto. This is like a tough American style Tanto. That's not what he was going for, but that's definitely what it looks like to me. I mean, the spine on all their knives, a reinforced point. I mean, listen, these knives can do things that other knives can't. That's just basically what it comes down to. I've seen knives that are all fancied out. You know, they basically have all these embellishments, beautiful leather sheets, and they're all dolled up and you know, they look beautiful and all this shit. And then basically somebody will go in and they will do a sorry guys, they will do a tip test and it'll freaking break immediately. So it's just, you know, you're not gonna happen. Work Tough Gear, you really got to push these things hard to have them fail. And I know that Scab can tell you, he can tell you firsthand, he pushes his knives hard. I push my knives hard, but not as much as Scab. Scab goes nuts with his knives, with the Work Tough Gear knives. He pushes them to the point where, not looking to break them, because obviously if he wanted to break them, he could, but he pushes them to the point where you can see how freaking tough these knives are, how much they can take, and they are absolutely excellent, okay? And that's what it comes down to. Let me show you some more knives, guys, because we don't want it to be on too long. We got a couple more people coming into the room. I have a feeling a couple people sit and see Scab and they kind of logged out, but hopefully you guys stay with me a little bit. This is the knife I came out to finish up my review with today. This is the Little Evil Gen 2, version 2. You can see how this is still a little shiny. I did some testing on it. I did a trailer on this, an evil trailer. We'll talk about that after. Look at that freaking point of it. There's so many reasons why he calls this a little evil. Look at that freaking devastating point there, and look at that pommel. That's not just a pommel. That's a pommel that you can really destroy and do damage with. Look at that freaking belly. That recurve is just really an amazing knife. I loved even the aesthetics of this knife. It's beautiful. I mean, comfortable in hand, really, really excellent. This is a little evil fighter from designer Zeke Manacho. This is a version 2 of it, and this is the current review I am working on right now. Hopefully be finishing it up today. That's why I came in while I was coming out here. I figured, I told Scab, let me go in, go live today, and we'll talk about Work Tough gear and stuff. So that's pretty much where we are. Sorry guys, I just got my phone is playing tricks with me. All right, there you go. So this is the little evil. That's one. Let me keep on going. Let me show you some more knives, guys. Now, I honestly think that the trailer made you laugh. According to the UK government, most knives are evil. Yeah, I think so, man. That was a pun on the name. That's not really why it was called that. We'll talk about it, obviously, when I do the review, but I could not resist to kind of make a video like that just to get people's attention. This is the Mount Laguna. Now, I honestly think that Work Tough Gear is the king of these fixed blade, these small fixed blades. These basically these fixed blade carries. Okay, these small fixed blade carries. I think they're everyday fixed blades in terms of this size frame and these types of knives. I think they are the king of these small fixed blades. They really are. They make such incredible representations. Their design is among the best on the planet. And we got to talk about Work Tough Gear, the fact that it's a Taiwan based. Mr. Vic is a designer. He's incredibly talented, but he has an assortment of designers that have joined Work Tough Gear between Zeke Manacho, Jeremy Boulder Valentine, Shane Hamilton, I think, is the one who has the Commanders coming out today, guys. There is a drop today on Work Tough Gear's website, 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and you can figure out your time frame from there. The Commander is going to be released today. There's a drop today. Basically, when this live is going on, the 15th of January today, there's going to be a drop at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern time for the Commander. Definitely, that's going to sell out really fast. So if you're interested in that knife, I'm sure you've seen it on Scab's channel. You definitely got to take a look at that. But that's going to be dropping today, 8 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern, guys. Mount Laguna, Wingman 15, excellent channel, excellent man, John Heffron, excellent designer. Okay, I showed you already Work Tough Gear. This is another knife that I just got in, and this is from David Pouzon. This is the Pouzon Wilderness Bowie, PWB. Okay, EDC. All right, this is the Pouzon Wilderness Bowie. This is, look at this, like just a little Bowie type of knife. It's really utterly fantastic. I love the shape of it. It's a really nice slicey type of knife. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do some food prep. I'm gonna cut some steak with it, and we're gonna cut some wood and do some like everyday stuff. You're not gonna bang the shit out of this thing, but it can. I mean, they're tough, you know. But this is such a great validation of my statement as far as Work Tough Gear being a king of these types of knives. They really are. I mean, in terms of these small fixed blade, everyday carry type of knives, they are the king. There's so many representations they have that are so damn good. Let me show you one more actually in that category if I can find it in my bag here. Hope you're all doing well today. This is another one from Zeke Manacho. This is the Bushcraft, the Nomad Bushcrafter. Okay, spine in the back to strike a ferro rod. Look at the belly. This is a bushcrafting little king. Okay, look at the handle. Look at the contour of the handle. This is how he develops even his bigger knives with this type of handle, which is excellent. And I've done a lot of bushcrafting this. I did reviews on this knife as well. This thing is utterly fantastic. Again, more validation of them making the best knives in this type of category. I think a lot of their big knives are awesome too, but specifically for this, I mean, they're hitting them out of park with these freaking knives, man. They really, really are. What else have I showed you? Big knives. I couldn't really bring a lot of big knives out here with me, but let's show you one of the big knives that I do have, and that is the, I can get it for you. This knife right here, which is the APOC from Julio Diaz. It's the Ape X, actually. It's the Ape X. Okay, this is a devastating machete-esque type of knife, but definitely do not ever, ever call this thing a machete. I mean, this thing is a devastating freaking knife. Let me see if I can get something here. I mean, the wood is just, it just can't. It's scared. Okay, when you see when a piece of wood sees this knife coming, it freaking scares and fright. I mean, it's really a fantastic, fantastic knife. I mean, it even gives you control. This is a lot of dry wood, but it even gives you a lot of control as a big knife to be able to even just basically debark and do even like a lot of the finer work. That's why I love how versatile their big knives are, because their handles are so versatile and there's so much purchase on the handle to be able to do pretty much big work with it, and also just do a lot of chopping work. So this is just definitely a devastating freaking knife. One small example of some of their big knives that Work Tough Gear offers. And don't forget, guys, we got the Commander that's coming out on $5 Pacific time. No, 5 Pacific time, 8 Eastern time. The Commander is going to be released on Work Tough Gear's website. That's going to sell out really fast. It's a knife similar to this, different, but similar to this type of knife. Same type of capabilities. I believe Shane Hamilton is a designer. Work Tough Gear is the maker. Fantastic. Another just great, hit it out of the park big knife that is just perfect in so many ways. And that's being released today. That is the drop today, and that's going to sell out extremely freaking fast. So definitely take a look at that while you can. Bow Dragon, I don't know. Basically, you can use your imagination, basically. I don't know what to tell you, man. Filter out some of the guys, some of the peeps in here. Donald, Mike, thanks for joining me. Dwayne, everybody that's in the room, I appreciate you guys all being here. I know I haven't been really looking at the chat. I don't see any big questions and stuff like that. Again, we're just really representing Work Tough Gear. That's what we're doing over here. I'm actually going to be finishing up a review, and we're also trying. I also wanted to kind of share the vibe for Scab today, which is wasn't able to be here because he had to kind of work through his break, and that's pretty much what I'm doing with you here, and that's why you're seeing me and not seeing Scab. You know, I hope you guys are doing well. Again, really excited to kind of just be on board with Work Tough Gear as far as getting some of their review samples, so I'm really excited about that. So you're going to see me getting a little bit more involved, I guess, you know, which I was before, but a little bit more, obviously, with Work Tough Gear Wednesday, which is something that Scab had brought out, and we're very happy that he did it. Again, this is a little evil from Zeke Finaccio. I have to do a review on this today. Just basically just finish it up. I actually did a lot of reviews on it. I did a trailer on it, but it's just, this is just that knife, man. I mean, just the recurve of this knife. You see how this, a lot of people had mentioned basically how they don't like the recurve because it's hard to sharpen. I mean, listen, I don't see a problem with it. I mean, you just got to finesse it. You got to learn how to sharpen these types of knives. I mean, if you have a Bowie knife, a lot of Bowie knives are made like this anyway, so it's not really a big difference in a design that hasn't been here for years already, you know. BC Jerbs, thanks for being here, bud. But see, the recurve gives you this. You see this curve here before it goes into the swell? This part right here is basically awesome for wood processing. This is kind of just like what makes a kukri so damn good. I mean, this is dry wood, so you're not really going to get curls here and stuff. Hold on. Screen keeps on going dark. But that's what this piece does. This piece basically hugs your wood to give you perfect wood processing in this portion of the blade. That's what's the beauty of the swell. And then the swell is going to be where he's going to be the hard hitter. That's going to basically hard hit and do the pulverizing, okay? And then you have your fine work, which you can do with this portion of the blade. And that is the beauty of this recurve. And that's what Zeke Minacho, which is an expert designer, what he was going for when he implemented this type of design. Okay, yeah, it is a fighter. It's definitely basically a knife that basically you're going to fight with. You're going to do your thing with. It's called the little evil fighter. After all, but it's also a knife that basically is going to be utilitarian, like most Work Tough Gear knives are. They're tough. A fighter knife doesn't have to be tough. A fighter knife doesn't have to have this type of spine. Is maybe a reinforced tip. Fighter knife could be a little less, tough. Work tough. But this is made to be a versatile knife that you can use in every type of element. And that's the beauty of Work Tough Gear. It's not a one-trick pony. It's something that can do a lot of different things. So that's it, guys. We are celebrating Work Tough Gear Wednesday. We're celebrating Work Tough Gear as a company. We're celebrating the genius and mastery of Mr. Vic and all their designers and the people that are on the helm making these knives for you. We're trying to let you know when the knives are dropping and when they're coming into play, because we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to be able to get the knife for yourself. Again, big drop today on WorkToughGear.com is going to be the Commander, and the Commander is dropping at 8 o'clock again, 8 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Pacific time. If you want that knife, or if you're interested in basically getting another great big knife, that's going in. This currently, I believe the Little Evil is available. Review is going to be coming out pretty soon for this knife. I'm going to be finishing that up. But this is another fantastic knife. I believe from the last time I checked, it is still available. This knife from Zeke Minacho. I mean, I can't get over that pommel. I mean, if you saw my trailer, I was banging this pommel into stone, and just no vibration, nothing, just disenlarged, nothing got damaged. I mean, it's just, they're tough, man. They're freaking just tough ass knives. You signed up for the notification. Good for you, buddy. Pinky Werewolf, good to see you. It is an awesome blade. It really is. I haven't had my hands on it yet. I hopefully have my hands on it soon. But Scab, I obviously did a good review on it. Sorry, guys, I'm all bundled up and stuff. It's the Northeast. It's not Florida. It's not far. It's not Scab weather here. So it is kind of cold. I had to do the gloves and the hat and the whole freaking thing. I look ridiculous. I know. I'm sorry, but I have to keep warm. So I'm trying to get as much sunshine as possible here, just to get some warmth. So that's it, guys. Definitely take a look at WorkToughGear.com. Take a look at what's available. There's a couple of things available at the present time. And do not always be part of their adventure team. I mean, they have that adventure team there where they basically let you know when the drops are coming. But obviously, Scab will let you know. All the ambassadors will let you know when they're dropping. So you definitely want to just keep up with the channels, keep up with the Facebook page, so you know exactly when their knives are dropping, so you have the opportunity of getting into them. Now, a lot of people complain, since we're on the topic of Work Tough Gear, that they're always sold out. But the thing is this: listen, they have about 6 or 7 people that are working tirelessly there, and that's what they're producing, work that is better because it's tightly knit. Okay, I'm actually going to be putting my my face thing on as soon as I stop, but I don't want you to get a muffled voice. You want to be able to deal with a company that's going to give you quality over quantity. If they were a quantity company, they may not be producing the type of knives that you're getting. You're getting the type of quality knives consistently, knife after knife after knife, is because they are more tightly knit, and they are just doing things in drops. So that's the beauty of Work Tough Gear, and that's why the quality is there. So good things come to those who wait. And that's your lesson for today. Good things come to those who wait. And that's Work Tough Gear, okay? Be a fan man. Don't be a fanboy. Support your knife brand, but don't throw hissy fits when somebody says something bad about them. You take the good with the bad. Support your knife brand like you support your favorite sports team. I support the Yankees. New York Yankees is my team. They've been good and bad, for many years now. Okay, I've been trying to get a championship for a long time. But you know what? They're my team. I'm going to take them. I'm going to stick with them through the good and the bad all the time. And that's what you need to do with your knife brand. That's being a fan man and not a fanboy. There's a difference between the two. Scared explained that really well in the short he put out today. So guys, happy Work Tough Gear Wednesday. Joe Steele from JS Playcraft. Please subscribe to me if you're joining me on Scab's channel or my channel, because obviously it's a vertical short. Shouting out Scab from Quiet Boys Outdoors. Couldn't be here today. He wants to send everybody his love. He'll see you obviously very soon, maybe even tonight. And shout out to Work Tough Gear. Thank you to Mr. Vic for allowing me to get reviews of his knives. I'm actually going to be finishing up my review on the Little Evil from Zeke Manacho. Love their knives, guys, in all sizes. They're tough, they're versatile, they're utilitarian, they're great knives. And that's why we have a day every Wednesday, Work Tough Gear Wednesday, because we need to celebrate this knife brand, which I believe is fantastic, coming from a fan man, not a fanboy. So, guys, it's not raining at least, guys. Thank you. Yes, it is. I am keeping warm. As soon as I start swinging between the knife around, I'll get a little warmer. But thank you for being here, guys. Thanks for hearing me just go on and on about Work Tough Gear. I appreciate it. And I'll see you when I see you next time, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. And don't forget about the drop of the Commander tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Have a good one, guys. I'm going to finish up my review of the Little Evil from Zeke Manacho. Look out for that. It's coming pretty soon. Have a good one, guys. Ciao, ciao. Bye. If I could figure out how to open this, close this up. Goodbye, guys. Awkward pause.